Hello all, welcome back to my channel. This is your girl D. I am so glad to be back with you again. Today, as I'm recording this, is going to be the full moon in Taurus. So I did want to get up here really quickly and give y'all a message. I know I said I was going to come back next week, and everything will come back as regularly scheduled programming per se. But I'm like, I really need to give this, okay? And as you can see, I'm a little dressed down, feeling a little bit under the weather, but I want to give y'all this as quickly as possible. So here we go. Okay. First of all, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. It helps the channel. Let's grow this community so you can be updated on everything that I post. Hit the bell so you get notified whenever things come out. Also make sure that you leave a comment. Let me know what you think about the content. Okay, be nice. I'll be nice. And also, if you haven't already, join the Patreon. I have so many different things on my Patreon, some really big things rolling out very, very soon. So please be on the lookout for that, as it will be beneficial to everyone. All right? Okay. So now today I really want to talk about this full moon in Taurus. Okay, because first of all, if you guys are not familiar already, I am a singer-songwriter. Okay, I wrote this song for a play called Possession. It's an immersive experience that we did at a museum. And so I wrote a song called Possessed. And Possessed is about the story of King Midas. Okay, that was the basis. Because King Midas, he's, on his power trip or whatever. And so the song reflects being very much a rich bitch, grabbing all of her things and being like, yeah, well, if money is evil, then I'm possessed. And that's kind of the attitude of the song, right? Great song, great play. And it recently has been coming up in my field of consciousness. Okay, and I was just like, why do I feel like I want to sing this song? Why do I feel more drawn to this song now, out of the blue? And then I find out that there's a full moon in Taurus going on, a super full moon in Taurus actually. And yeah, now it's all starting to make sense. If you're not into astrology or whatever, you can stick around and learn a little something. If not, click off, go to the next video. But for us who are familiar with astrology, when we look at the sign of Taurus, or the second house, this is the house. Is Mercury in the microwave? Okay. Anyway, so Taurus rules material possession. Taurus is ruled by Venus, okay? Venus, love, money, arts. So, but Taurus specifically talks about the physical manifestation of property, of things, of possessions, okay? And I feel like right now is going to be a really great time to kind of work with that type of energy. Now, typically a full moon is going to be an opportunity for us to release things, for us to celebrate things. Typically during a full moon, emotions are high, energy is high, and during a super full moon, things kind of get a little chaotic, a little off, okay? A little bit just out of the ordinary. And it's across the board. Like, I feel like people even drive crazier during a full moon. If you've noticed this, make sure you put it down in the comments, okay? Because I'll be like, yo, people are wilding. And it doesn't help that it's also a Friday. And I don't know about where you live, but where I live, Friday nights is probably one of the most chaotic nights, period, because people are getting off work, they enjoying their weekend, right? And the first thing they want to do is drink, party, go do something, and the roads will get clogged, and people are driving crazy, music is blasting. It's a lot, okay? So I don't generally look forward to Friday nights, but the fact that it's a super full moon and a Friday night, and we have a sold out show tonight, and I do have to go out, so but I had to shamelessly plug myself, okay? But yeah, it's gonna be a little crazy. So if you've been feeling like you've been contemplating more or working more with physical possessions, like if you've been more job focused, if you need to clean house, or like, this is a time that we are examining our relationship to possessions, to beauty, to arts, to all of these Taurian themed things. Okay, so a lot of times a lot of times we don't want to use full moon energy to manifest because it is a little too chaotic. Unless you are someone who is well versed in that, that's your business, that's your practice. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I typically do not use full moon energy to try to manifest things because it can get out of hand if you're not, especially if you're not in a focused position or grounded position to do so. Now, being that this is a full moon in Taurus, you may feel a little bit more grounded than usual because generally, like the moon does love being in Taurus, okay? And with that being said, the moon is typically a lot more grounded in Taurus, a lot more stable, okay? A lot more dependable, reliable, even though like the moon is reliable in the sense that it's going to have its phases. We already know that. But I feel like you may even be examining some relationships that you have to reliability, to sensibility, to practicality. Okay, this may be a time to, like I said, work with material possessions in a very practical way. Okay, so if you got to get rid of some furniture, which I need to get rid of some furniture, I'm just saying that because I need to get rid of some. You need to get rid of some things. Okay, it is maybe the time to go ahead and release it. Release it from your energy field. Release it from your physical space. This could also go for relationships as well because Venus is about love. Okay, it is about partnership as well. So if there are people in your life who it's time to say goodbye to, who it's time to step away from, or it's time to have a nice little conversation, a nice little ground come to Jesus moment, okay, a nice little come to spirit moment, go ahead. But I'm saying this might be things that are coming up in your energy field, and I feel like I'm one to say that if the energy is bringing it to my attention, yes, it might be time to deal with it. Yes, it might be time to say something. Yes, it might be time to go along with the flow of the universe, right? But if you feel like intuitively that is not the best choice for you, by all means, do what's best for you, okay? Journal prompts, definitely a wonderful, 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 wonderful way to work with this energy. Journal, okay? Your senses are going to be heightened, your emotions are going to be heightened. However, you are going to feel a lot more grounded, okay, a lot more stable. I feel like even with Mercury in the microwave, which I think it is, I didn't even check, it just feels like it. Like, I knew it was coming sometime at the end of the year. We might be in that era or in some sort of the shadow period or something, because what? But even with that being said, I feel like if this energy is opposing this energy, if the Mercury energy is opposing your ability to communicate, it is a great time to write something down first, okay? Write it down first, read it back to yourself, or read it to whoever you need to say it to. These are great practices to do so with. Also, physical health, even though that's more of a Virgo issue, I'm feeling like physical health is also going to be playing a part in that as well, because we do want strong bones, okay? Bone structure. We want strong structures. So however that manifests in your life. Also, I would just check to see where you have Taurus in your chart. Everyone has Taurus in their chart. Before you get in the comments and say, I don't have any Taurus placements. Yes, you do. Okay, you need to go look at your natal chart, and you need to go look at the wheel. Okay, see where your second house is and see where Taurus is on that wheel, and that is where you will most likely be affected more. Okay, so for me, I mean, since I said physical health, I have Virgo in my second house. There we go. I have Virgo in my second house. So I'm going to be doing more things that have to do with lifestyle, bodily health, service oriented things, and also the way these types of things make money, or the way these things affect my material possessions as well. Okay, so these are the types of themes that are going on in my personal life. So if you go on your birth chart and see where you have Taurus, or where your second house is, or if you have any planets in your second house, or you see what sign is in your second house, these are the things that are going to be affecting you mostly in those areas. That's kind of how astrology works. And I know like some people who aren't necessarily well versed in astrology will be like, oh yeah, I'm nothing like my sun sign, and then they'll totally dismiss everything. But I'm like, babe, you have a whole birth chart, and I feel like even if you don't necessarily subscribe to it or feel like, that something on paper can describe your entire personality, it will at least give you an idea of some of the types of themes that you experience in your life, okay? You don't have to necessarily identify with the birth chart, but you can see types of themes that are going on in your life, because regardless of whether we want to separate ourselves from nature or not, we are still nature, and nature still affects us, okay, from the outside. So, astrology kind of just gives you a little like cheat sheet. It gives you a little confirmation. There you go, a confirmation. We don't necessarily want to live our life according to what the stars are telling us in every single instance, okay? Especially if you're going off of interpretations, because interpretations can be wrong, right? We've started whole wars over how wrong an interpretation can be. Okay, I'm not gonna say no names, but like I said, it can give you little confirmations here and there about what's going on in your life. And if you feel like this resonated for you, then I hope I was able to help. Okay. But if you are personally resonating with me at this time, definitely have you're re-examining some relationships, to possessions, to love, to money specifically, to physical health, things that are in the 3D, okay? And you may be finding yourself wanting to release some things, or even celebrate some wins at this time. Celebrate some wins or celebrate some losses, okay? Like right now is a time to be in the flow. Don't try to fight the full moon energy. I feel like it's grounding enough in the sense that this isn't a Taurian full moon, but I would say don't fight the energy. I know we don't necessarily want to invite chaos into our lives, especially if you're someone who has found a moment of peace. Golly, you don't want to invite no chaos into your life, and I'm that's great. Just because it's a super full moon does not mean that your life is going to get chaotic, okay? It just means that it's a super full moon and it's here, okay? excuse me, like my whew. But yeah, it just means that it is. That's all it is, okay? And I'm sending this message to go out to whoever needs it, whoever understands it. I'm not here to change up my flow just because you don't know. All right, bars. So, yeah. With that being said, I just wanted to put that out there for anybody who was wanting a little bit of an update or feeling a little strange or want a little confirmation. If you have some work to do around this subject, make sure you do it. I mean, you're the only one who knows. You're the only one who is accountable for the work that you do for yourself, okay, in the grand scheme of things. So do yourself a due diligence, do yourself a favor, and stay informed. Stay informed, stay on top of things, or not, like, at least if you want to get receive the information and do nothing, rest in the fact, in the choice that you made, that you're going to do nothing, because that's a Taurian trait too. Like some people like to say that Tauruses are lazy. I'm like, nah, I have never met a lazy Taurus, and I say this because Taurus is going to work hard for what they want, okay? And sometimes what they want are the things that we can't necessarily see all the time, or it's just going to be one aspect of their life. Now, if everything else is going to shit, can we really call Taurus lazy? It's like, no, they're just dedicated to that one thing, okay? And they probably need a little help, which they're probably not going to ask for. But if you know a Taurus, he wants to go outside. It's early. I just wanted to put this out. But, yeah, if you know a Taurus who needs some help with some material things, this might be a time to help them out. Reach out to them, see how they doing or whatever, okay? Because a couple Tauruses in my life might need a little help right now. So that's all I really have for you. If you enjoyed this message, if you enjoyed my time, my light, all of this stuff, make sure you subscribe. If you see me for the first time, my name is Delana. Thank you so much for joining me once again. Subscribe to the channel. You can be notified every time I post. I try to post a video every single week, okay? That is my goal. This week, the last 2 weeks have been a little wonky because my schedule has changed quite a bit. But we're going to get back into the flow next week because a lot of things are wrapping up at the end of this week, okay? Like I say, if you want more information on what I do outside of the screen, make sure you put it down in the comments. I would be happy to share that for anybody Because I'm kind of a big deal. No, I'm kidding. But other than that, make sure that you join the Patreon if you have not already. I've posted all the episodes of the It's a Message with D on my Patreon. I also post my music, I post my poetry, and I'm getting ready to release a story series. So get ready for that. Okay, if you like romance, if you like a little smut action, okay, that's gonna be over there. Coming soon. Okay, I had to kind of put that on the back burner. I have a lot of projects coming out, but they're rolling out as I see fit, and I'm always gonna keep you guys informed. Okay. So, without further ado, I just want to let you know that God is love and love is you. You can do anything you put your mind to, and I hope that I catch you next time. All right, bye.
Mess